Have you ever noticed something in your home that just wasn't there before? A picture frame slightly askew, a book you don't remember buying, or maybe a door. That's what happened to me. Every night, for 4 nights, a strange, unmarked door would appear in my hallway, and every single night, it was closer. I live in a quiet little house in Indiana. Well, I used to. It's the kind of place where nothing exciting ever happens, or so I thought. The first night it happened, I was heading to bed. I flicked off the living room light, and as my eyes adjusted to the dim glow of the hallway nightlight, I saw it. At the very far end of the hall, right before the stairs leading down to the basement, there was a door. It was a plain, dark wood door, and it stood where there had only ever been a blank wall. I froze. My mind raced, trying to make sense of it. Had I just never noticed it before? No, that was impossible. I'd walked down that hallway 1,000 times. I knew every scuff on the baseboards, every imperfection in the paint. There was no door there. I crept closer, my heart thumping against my ribs. The door had no handle, no knob, not even a keyhole. It was just a flat, solid slab of wood set perfectly into the wall. The only distinguishing marks were a series of long, deep scratches near the bottom, like a dog had been frantically trying to get in or out. I didn't sleep much that first night. I kept picturing that door, trying to rationalize it. Maybe it was a weird shadow, a trick of the light. The next morning, it was gone. The wall was just a wall again. I let out a breath I didn't realize I'd been holding. I felt silly. I must have been more tired than I thought. I went about my day, went to work, came home, and tried to put the whole bizarre incident out of my mind. But that night, it came back. I was walking out of the bathroom, and there it was. Only this time, it wasn't at the end of the hall. It had moved. It now stood directly in front of the guest room door, completely blocking it. The same dark wood, the same deep scratches. A cold dread washed over me. This wasn't a shadow. This wasn't a dream. This was real. My hand trembled as I reached out, my fingertips hovering just inches from the wood. It felt solid, real. I pushed against it, but it wouldn't budge. It was like pushing against solid rock. I ran back to my bedroom and locked the door, piling a chair under the nub for good measure. I know, it sounds ridiculous. What was a chair going to do against a door that could appear out of thin air? But it was all I could think of. All night I sat awake, listening. I kept hearing a faint scratching sound from the hallway, just like the marks on the door. The next morning, it was gone again. The hallway was normal. The guest room door was accessible. It was like nothing had happened. I was starting to feel like I was losing my mind. I had to do something. I called my landlord, a gruff old man named Mr. Henderson. I tried to sound casual. Hey, Mr. Henderson. Quick question about the house. Is there, supposed to be another room or a closet in the upstairs hallway? He grunted on the other end of the line. What are you talking about? The hallway ends at the stairs. You've got your bedroom, the guest room, and the bathroom. That's it. Been that way for 50 years. His certainty just made me feel worse. If he didn't know about it, then what was it? That afternoon, I even called the non-emergency police line. I felt like an idiot trying to explain it. Yes, officer, a door keeps appearing in my house. They sent a patrol car out, probably just to humor me. 2 officers walked through the house, checked the blueprints from the town records I had pulled up online, and confirmed what Mr. Henderson had said. No extra rooms, no hidden doorways. They looked at me with a mixture of pity and suspicion before they left, probably thinking I was a prank caller or just plain crazy. I was on my own. That third night, I was almost too scared to leave my living room, but I knew I had to see. I had to know. I took a deep breath and walked to the edge of the hallway, and my blood ran cold. The door was there again, but this time, it was right in front of my bedroom, blocking my only escape. It was just feet away from me. The scratches seemed deeper now, more frantic, and there was a smell, a faint musty odor, like damp earth and something old. I didn't even try to go to my room. I retreated to the living room, turned on every single light, and sat on the couch, staring at the hallway entrance all night. I didn't sleep. I just watched, waiting for the sun to come up. And then came the 4th night. The night everything changed. I had spent the day in a daze, a fog of exhaustion and terror. I knew I couldn't stay in that house, but I also felt a strange, morbid compulsion to see it one last time. As dusk fell, I stood at the end of the hall, my baseball bat clutched in my hands. I watched the spot where it always appeared, and then it was there, right in front of my bedroom door, same as the night before, but this time was different. This time, as I watched, trembling, the door slowly creaked open. A wave of that musty, earthy smell washed over me. It was dark inside, an unnatural pitch-black darkness that seemed to swallow the light from the hall. My curiosity, or maybe just my disbelief, got the better of me. I took a hesitant step forward, then another, peering into the inky blackness, and what I saw, I'll never be able to unsee it. Inside the doorway was my bedroom. It was my room, identical in every detail. My bed, my dresser, the clothes thrown over my chair. Everything was exactly as I had left it that morning, except for one thing. In the bed was me. I was lying there, sound asleep, facing away from the door. I stared, unable to process what I was seeing. It was like looking at a reflection, but it wasn't a reflection. It was real, a perfect copy of me, sleeping peacefully in my bed, inside a room that shouldn't exist. The figure in the bed stirred slightly, and a primal fear I have never known seized me. I didn't scream. I couldn't. I just turned and ran. I didn't grab my keys, my wallet, or my phone. I burst out the front door and just kept running down the street, not looking back. I never went back. That was the last night I ever slept in my house. Sometimes, late at night, I wonder about the other me. Is he still sleeping in that bed, or did he wake up? And what happens if one day, he opens the door from his side? Thank you for listening to my story. If you enjoy Tales of the Strange and Unexplained, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more. Stay safe out there.